communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours. Saturdays were made for polka. Tune in to the Polka Jammer Network starting at 6 a.m. and Polka Hall of Famer Billy Bellina, Breakfast at BB at 8:30.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Lost like a road that you travel on, when it's one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind.
There's a world outside every dark and dark, where the blues don't haunt you anymore, where the brave are free and love is soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate to break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today. Life is a highway. I won't ride it all night long. If you're going my way, I won't drive it all night long. Through all these cities and all these towns, it's in my blood and it's all around.
I loved you now like I loved you then.
This is the road and these are the heavens.
From Mozambique to those Memphis nights, to the Kaiser's past to Vancouver's lights.
Knock me down, back up again.
You're in my blood, I'm not a lonely man.
There's no road I can hold, the road's so rough, this I know. I'll be there when the light comes in. Tell them we're survivors. Life is a highway. I won't ride it all night long. If you're going my way, I won't drive it all night long. There was a distance between you and I. A misunderstanding once, but now we look it in the eye. There's no road I can hold, the road's so rough, this I know. I'll be there when the light comes in, tell them we're survivors. Life is a highway, I won't ride it all night long. If you're going my way, I wanna drive it all night long. Gimme, 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 yeah, life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. If you're going my way, I wanna drive it all night long. Gimme, 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 yeah.
Hey, welcome to Superintendent Spotlight. It is Thursday, March 14th. Why is that significant, Mr. Rogers?
Thursday, March 14th, I believe because it's National Pi Day, right?
National Pi, P-I.
P-I.
Yes, P-I. The 3.14 and a whole bunch of numbers after that, right?
I believe it's 3.14, then like infinity.
Yeah.
After that.
So today's Pi Day, and of course there are a couple ways to celebrate Pi Day, but this everyone's going to get a Pi pen, but it's got all the numbers on the pen of the Pi, Mr. Manfredi. See, look at that. But then it keeps going because it's infinity.
This is how I like to celebrate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we may be getting some pie on Pie Day.
Look at all the numbers they got on that pie.
That's incredible.
Incredible.
Pretty good. We're not having a cherry pie. It looked like a cherry pie. We're going to be having chocolate cream pie by the end of the show as the culinary arts department helps us celebrate Pie Day today. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and I want to apologize to our guests today and to the culinary shop because as I informed the superintendent, I have to leave after our second or third break. Yeah, I have to be at another school for 10 o'clock, so I might miss the rest of Pie Day. So someone might have to share save a piece for me.
Then you might get to see the big rocket getting ready to take off in just under 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Where's that happening?
That's
in
it.
Texas.
Boca
so if you
Chica,
look at
Texas.
the screen, so if you look at our screen,
There it is.
there it is.
That's taller than the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
And it's
Rocket,
30.
rocket launches, pie.
It's a
Munger
bigger.
Hill students.
The
It's just
diameter of the
terrific.
rocket is bigger than the
Yes,
studio.
very cool.
That is amazing, Pete. That is
30
amazing.
feet in diameter.
So you see how I told you, if you look at the screen, it's different than what we actually have in the studio.
That's
so
right.
there's a green screen behind us. So I usually pass this along, but I knew your colors weren't green, so I didn't think you were going to wear green today. If you wear green, you blend into the to the background.
Which Mr. Daly has done.
Yes, and then you end up being a talking head. So
A literal floating talking head.
really,
To
it's
the
pretty
parents out there, this is what it really looks like.
This is what it looks
This
like.
is what our studio
Right,
is,
right,
but
right.
with the green screen, you get to put on those. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yes, totally.
Did you know that? It is cool.
Our background has snow and ice, though. Today.
Yeah, that's my backyard.
You need to
Wish it
update
was
that
actually
shot.
like this.
It's time
What's
for
that? No more snow. I agree.
no more snow. Early spring this year.
More snow.
The kids want a day off.
I know. All right. National Pi Day on March 14th recognizes the mathematical constant that is pi. Of course, the symbol, which we saw on the pie before. The first three and most recognized digits are 3.14, and the day is celebrated by pi enthusiasts. Now, I was a social studies teacher, you were a PE teacher, so I'm not a math guy, but I still appreciate pi. Every once in a while, I got to find the circumference of a circle, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't that what it's used for? Please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We'll go with that.
Okay. Did you know that the idea of pi has been known for nearly 4,000 years? Accurately calculating it has been a little bit more of a recent math development, but it's really been around forever. By 2000 BC, the Egyptians and the Babylonians accurately used the constant to build. That's where it came from. So,
Sure.
How do you observe National Pi Day? Well, you can bake a pie.
Which culinary has done for us.
You can go to a bakery and buy a pie.
Always an option.
You could bring a pie to work and share with coworkers.
Ooh, I hope we thought of that for later.
Yes. And so we'll get back to that in a minute. But now, to my right is the assistant principal at Munger Hill Elementary School.
Elementary.
Sorry, you're wondering why I stuttered, because I just realized the St. Patrick's Day buffet menu, which I'll read after. But I think they're sold out, so you can't even get a table today.
Right, we are.
They just posted there's a couple of seats. They had a couple cancellations, so they have a few seats left.
And I just checked in before I came down just to make sure I could squeeze into 11:30.
Thank you. So then I'll do all right, I'm going to do
Some of us have to do the NCAA coaches show.
What is it? Yes, it is. We have to deal with this every week when we do their menus. But our studio is here at Westwood Technical Academy, and right next door is Tiger's Pride Restaurant, where the students work diligently and excellently. Actually, they do a great job.
Amazing.
The smells
amazing,
waft into my
amazing.
studio on
Yeah.
a daily basis.
Yeah, they were slicing up the corned beef when I went in there before. So it is the St. Patrick's Day buffet with garland salad and assorted dressings, cream of broccoli soup or Irish potato cabbage soup, dinner rolls, Irish soda bread, corned beef, Dubliner cheddar crusted pollock fillet, Irish lamb stew, shepherd's pie, Guinness braised chicken, Irish potato pancakes, boiled new potatoes, dill buttered carrots, steamed cabbage, assorted pastries and confections. Whew. $15 all you can eat.
Yeah, thank goodness we'll be there today.
Yes, 564-3123 if you want to grab those extra tables. Back to Mr. Manfredi. Mr. Manfredi, you have been at Munger Hill for some time.
9 years.
9 years. Right. So thank you for joining us on the show today.
Yes.
And you brought some wonderful guests. How do you want them to
Well,
introduce themselves, or do you want to introduce them?
So I will have them introduce themselves, but we started student council back in late December, early January.
Nice.
These students are from your student council.
They are from the student council, and I communicated to the classroom teachers via Screencastify if any of their students wanted to join student council just to give them a voice and give others a voice in the building, student-wise. And these 4 awesome kids here put letters to me in writing and welcome aboard. So they've basically taken everything, and they're in charge of the meetings that we have.
Do you run them?
I facilitate them.
Thank you. Good word choice.
They run them.
Okay.
So I'm very happy to have them introduce themselves. We'll start right over here.
Brooke Banta.
Maren Shea.
Andrew Badema.
Milady Valley.
And you are all in what grade?
4th.
4th
All
grade.
right.
Okay. So next year they're going to the intermediate school.
Right down to Westfield Intermediate.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about that too.
Yes.
But how about, so let's talk about student council. What do we do on student council?
We have like these paws that we give out, and we give them out. There's like little things on them which we can like go in the morning.
No, and we're getting show and tell over there
and,
too.
You can highlight what a student's doing and give it to them. And at the bottom, there's a little highlighted part that says, "Bring this to Mr. Manfredi if you receive one," and they'll get like a little pencil
Nice.
or a prize.
Yeah, so students recognizing students.
Students recognizing students, because you have PBIS where the staff recognizes students,
Right.
right?
And the interesting thing is they cannot recognize anyone in 4th grade. It's 3rd grade down. All the way to pre-K.
Did they come up with that, or did you?
I came up with that one.
Okay.
You gave me a little help there.
Just asking.
So our 4th grade students then in student council are looking for those types of pieces from grades 3 and down, and then awarding them with a.
That's pretty cool.
That's showing some leadership. Right?
It absolutely is, yeah.
Yeah.
They can tell you the times maybe that they have an opportunity to go hand out these paws. They can give you some idea.
Like in the morning when you like walk in, you can like recognize a student.
Yeah. So are you? So it sounds like then, Mr. Manfredi, that we're kind of hanging out by the entranceway, watching, or what's going on?
Well, they bring their things back to the locker, and then they have that. There's a little bit of time before academics start, and they have that time in cafeteria.
Love it.
hallway.
Love it.
And there's a list of things they recognize students for.
And I recently went down to the lower wing yesterday and gave 2 of my paws out to Noel and Lincoln.
For what do they do?
What they do?
They quietly closed their locker.
Nice.
Love it.
All right.
Love it.
So you're what else are you recognizing students for?
Walking in the building, keeping their hands and feet to yourself.
Using kind words.
Like what? What's an example of a kind word that they might use where you'd give them a paw?
Yeah, good. That's a great question.
Well, say you dropped something and say someone dropped something of theirs and you helped pick them up.
Pick it up for them?
Love it.
That's great. Okay. Anyone else? What else would you do that for?
If like someone like drops their tray, that happens sometimes. Like
In the cafeteria?
yeah, you help them pick.
You help them pick everything up. And that's messy too, right?
you're
Because you have food on your tray. Yeah.
Yeah, I can like see that sometimes.
Anything? How about like holding a door open for somebody if they're carrying?
Yes.
Like cleaning up after yourself and like using a quiet vote.
Yeah, you know who really appreciates it when you clean up after yourself?
The custodian.
The custodians. They really appreciate that.
They do.
They do.
All right, listen, it's 9:15. We're going to take our first break, and we're going to hear our first song from the year. All 4 of these songs were in the top 100 Billboard, and I tell you what number they are. This first song is number 23. Pete, you ready?
Cool.
I could stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you are sleeping, while you're far away and dreaming. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment forever.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Hey, welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. And Pete, the kids have a question for you.
Yeah, Andrew, do you want to ask Mr. Coles that question?
Mr. Coles, how far is that rocket supposed to go into space?
This one is just a test flight, so it's only going up to about orbital velocity. So it's about 200 miles above the Earth, and it's going to splash down in the Indian Ocean.
And what will the starship it's modeled for do if it is a
when
successful?
when it's finally done and tested everything, that's going to the moon.
Wow.
Cool.
It's going to be one of our moon landers, and eventually they want to go to Mars with it.
Wow. Look at that.
You guys may actually see it be successful today during the show.
Well, I hope. So it looked
I
like it
hope
was
so.
4 minutes till 4 minutes?
3.5.
3.5?
The last time part of it exploded right after it separated, and the other half made it almost all the way to orbit, and it wasn't successful. But that was only the second flight of the rocket. This is the third.
Well, maybe we could see if we could be looking at a small bit of history here.
You could, yes.
I think
Who's taking over the show now?
I was going to say,
Chris and I can take off.
I can leave now, right? Andrew's just going to, he's got it. He's got it.
He's a natural for this. So we got a few minutes. So Pete, keep us when the rocket's about to launch. Interrupt us, okay? So we can
All right,
watch it.
we'll put up the sound
Please
so you guys
do.
can hear it as well.
Perfect. So, we have the student council here from Munger
This is
Hill
great.
today. It's great. We've got a rocket launch. We've got pie. We've got pie day. I mean, there's so much going on. My head is
Jam-packed Superintendent
spinning.
Spotlight.
Really, it is. And I don't know that I had thought it was going to be like this morning. I'm just telling you right now on my way in. But so I know that as student council members, you also met with somebody from our food services department, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Rachel
we did.
Kenya.
We met
Rachel
with Rachel
Kenya.
Kenya, and we were talking about new lunch ideas for the menu.
That is awesome, by the way. Student voice and self-advocacy.
It
right
wasn't
there.
just, can we have pizza every day?
No, we
Okay.
wanted stuff like asparagus and pierogies, which are kind of like samosas.
Oh, I know pierogies.
They've never.
Zaporowski. I know pierogies.
Did the student council take any feedback from the student body at large?
Yes,
Right? To
we
get some of
did.
that
We
information?
actually took votes, and this is the vote sheet that I have. Watermelon cups and mozzarella sticks and chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
Cut up strawberries are clear winners here.
Wow.
Man,
Now, listen, I got,
nuts.
first of all, I need to say that our food services department has done a nice job
listen.
overhauling the menu. But I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, if you can get some of those onto the menu at Munger Hill, I will be at Munger Hill more often than I am right now.
I'll actually pass my sheet around. Wrong sheet.
So how did it go when you met with her? That's
It went very well.
Yeah. We were getting, hopefully, new pizza toppings to go on pizzas, like chicken and sausage and like stuff like that.
Empanadas. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're actually going
That was
to.
actually Milady's suggestion.
Empanadas are
Great
delicious.
suggestion.
Those are so good.
Oh,
They really are.
So we're actually taking various pizza toppings we talked about at our meeting, and we're actually going to give that out to classroom teachers to do votes. So we're first starting with pizza toppings, and Rachel Kenya is all on board, and our head, cafeteria staff are all on board.
So what are some of the toppings again? You started, but what are the?
Brooke, do you want to share those?
Yeah.
Some of them were like bacon, sausage, I think bell peppers.
Peppers.
Oh, good idea.
Everything's better with bacon. I really.
15 seconds.
Just
I don't agree.
you
Oh,
don't like bacon?
Here we go, guys.
All right.
Okay, here
time
it
out.
comes.
Here comes the rocket launch.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
if you notice, the flame is blue.
Yes.
Because it's burning methane instead of hydrocarbons.
Right.
Does it look successful?
So far, it got off the pad.
Fingers crossed here.
Remember, that's 6.5 million pounds of thrust at liftoff.
Whoa!
That's more than the Saturn V and more than the SLS rocket.
30 seconds into flight, we are feeling the rumble. We are seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor engines ignited on the
Let's just say this, guys.
booster.
I saw a Starship, the top half, do an atmospheric test.
Oh, there goes the...
3 engines lifted off, and it set off car alarms.
Continuing to
at 5
get good
miles.
call outs.
So
Our
33
trajectory
engines
looking
is-
nominal.
wow.
Systems looking nominal.
Yikes.
Just amazing to see all 33 lit up once again.
Great video from the rocket, actually.
I think it looks very
At
successful.
this point, we've already passed
So
through
far.
max Q, that maximum dynamic pressure. And passing supersonic, so we're now moving faster than the speed of sound.
Whoa!
Getting those onboard views from the ship cameras.
That's cool.
I want to see if it makes it to stage separation. That was where
Now
it
the,
had a problem
the
last
next major milestone is going to be a hot staging maneuver. Again, we're going to be doing that in just about 90 seconds. To do that, we're going to shut down all but the 3 center Raptor engines on Super Heavy. That'll be our MECO, our most engines cut
And that
off.
little graphic to
And
the
then
bottom
clamps holding
left
the 2 stages together
are
are going
all
to
the
release.
engines that are
Starship
running.
second
Right.
stage will ignite its engines, the RVACs first, the sea levels right after that. The sea level engines
And then
will
on
be
the right is the upper
displayed or just
stage,
kind of
which
pointed
hasn't
out at
started
about a
lighting its
15
rockets yet.
degree angle. So if you look close and we get good tracking, you might be able
It's
to
really
see
cool to
those
see in person if you
center
ever go
right
to
after.
vacation to South Padre Island in Texas.
Yeah.
And so
it's
those
literally right across the
6
channel. And you can
engines
drive
will
out
push
right up to the
Starship
rockets,
off of the
basically.
booster.
Just think this could be the model of spaceship that gets moon colonies and Mars
All right,
colonies.
counting
set
down
up.
now. We're going to be
Absolutely.
coming up.
I like the That's way the he
right
thinks,
around
yeah.
the 3-minute
That's the
mark
hope.
on that hot staging maneuver.
And as you notice, you can
Again,
see
we'll
the rocket
the
plume getting bigger as it
booster
goes higher
engines
up.
start to
Because
shut
why?
down. You'll see all but 3
Anybody know?
lights
No,
go
why?
out in the middle.
As the
And
atmosphere
we'll
gets
see
thinner,
gonna say the
it doesn't
atmosphere's
push
thinner.
back on the
Pushing it
rocket
away.
plume.
Right.
And that will start carrying the ship.
Pete, I love how
into
there's a
space.
play-by-play guy,
Booster
just
will
like
start to
a
do
you
its
know a
flip, and
baseball
then
or a football
boost
game.
back
Yeah, but I think-
setting it
And there's a
up.
lot of STEM going on there,
Yeah.
too.
There is a lot of
Right.
STEM.
In the Gulf
He
of
could be the
Mexico.
play-by-play guy.
That's right.
There's hot staging. So the booster falls away. It's
There
gonna,
it goes.
There it goes.
The booster's going to attempt to relight and come back and land in the Gulf of Mexico.
Whoa.
Hot staging confirmed.
There's the
Boosters
rocket
now
going away.
making its way back,
You can see
seeing
the-
6 engines
That's the
ignited
booster right
on
there.
ship.
So booster's now burning back like the
Kate, we
Falcon
got a
9
Starship
does.
on its way to space
And
and,
it's
a
going to push
booster on
its
the
way
way
back to the
Gulf.
Gulf of Mexico.
Oh man, I need a
This is
moment
where the
to get
booster
my
exploded
jaw
last
up
time when it
from
tried to light the
floor
engines
because
coming
these
back.
views are just stunning. These are live views from Starship. First stage is currently
So you can see
performing.
the left side decelerating.
This
Good
is
there,
slowing
still
down,
informing us at the second
so
stage
it can
of the ship.
re-enter into
Everything
the
looking
atmosphere.
good, nominal there.
And then you can
First
look on the
stage is
right
currently
side, and that's
performing the boost back
accelerating
burn,
going in. It's
expecting
got to
that to
achieve
last about 1 minute.
20,000
That boost back burn-
kilometers per hour to achieve
that
orbit.
boost back burn propels the booster back towards the coast, taking it to a landing in the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. We're only using the Super Heavy boosters 13 center engines from here on out. As whenever they relight, you'll be able
gonna
to
try to splash
see
it
that
down
in
now.
the left.
You may see the
bottom
booster
corner.
right till it hits the water.
Those are the ones that can gimbal. In other words, they move and change direction
They're gonna try a
in
soft
order
landing.
to change the thrust to steer the first stage back to Earth.
But I don't know if you noticed, it also shows how much propellant's left. There's nothing left in the booster.
So that's it.
Or bare
Wow,
minimum.
these are just incredible views coming to us.
They sure
Wow.
are.
Yeah.
And they're venting.
Everything
They're
is
actually
looking
venting,
good
so
for
it doesn't
both the
explode.
first stage on the left-hand side of your screen or the Super Heavy booster.
By the way,
as
the
well
announcers
as on
for
the right-hand
SpaceX,
side of your screen,
Yeah.
they're
that
engineers.
is
They don't
Starship.
hire
Yeah.
We
announcers.
also refer
Yeah.
to that as the ship.
So those are women doing
The boost
engineering.
back burn
And
was
actually,
the
they're all
first of
super
two
Women in
burns
STEM,
required
yeah.
to return it to Earth. The next one will be the landing burn, where all 13 center engines will initially ignite and then transition into a 3-engine burn to help slow it
Now,
down.
I've actually seen the
Just
upper
as a
half when
reminder
they did the
of the
atmospheric test.
stage 1 test
Land.
objectives.
Come out of the clouds and land.
We're looking for controlled ascent.
It was the last
which
test they
we
did of
have so far.
40,000 feet.
Stage separation, which gorgeous. We cruised right through it.
So what's the next
as
thing
well
that's going to
as-
happen, Pete?
The next event would be the
Good
booster
news, they're
landing.
telling us that the
How long is
path
that away?
Starship is on is good.
It's
Now,
increasing
Starship's
speed
second
right now. We can come
stage
back to
is
us
still
for a little bit.
firing
Yeah, let's come back to it.
engines and-
Well, actually, I want to go to a break. So can we play our next song?
Yep.
We're going to break.
Going to break. This
Okay.
next song was number 79 in the year that we're looking for in the top 100. Here we go.
Yeah, that's the wrong version.
That's
Hold
the
on.
wrong version.
Nice job with this. Nice job. What?
Pete?
Someone tell me.
Hold on, I'm working on it.
Okay.
Scope it up. Oh, that's
Superheavy is performing
I think. There we go.
It's a bittersweet symphony that's life. Trying to make ends meet, you're a slave to money, then you die. I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know the one that takes you to the places where all the things meet, yeah. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change, but I'm here in my mold. I am here in my mold, but I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mold. No, 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 no.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight.
So a lot of things happening while we were in the break.
Yeah, what happened? Give us a quick rundown.
So the Starship booster made it down to about 20 kilometers from the surface. Right before they lost contact with it, started oscillating back and forth. They lost control of it. And I'm sure the flight termination system kicked in and terminated the vehicle, basically blew it up. But they got way further than they did the last test. And as you saw, the engine shut down in the second stage, which is now in orbit. And so the next milestone for them is to try to deorbit the vehicle and splash it down in the Indian Ocean. So as you can see, Starship went from a nose-up attitude, meaning it was going into space with the nose forward. Now it's flipped over, and it's going to be waiting to fire its engines to slow down to come out of orbit. But at 26,000 kilometers per hour and 172 kilometers, it achieved orbit. So it's in orbit of the Earth right now. They could keep it there if they wanted to.
Right. So was it a success or not, Pete?
So far, so the booster was a success because it survived the launch, it survived the separation, and it made it almost all the way to a soft splashdown.
Cool. Very cool.
It's a great second test. Now we see if the test is completed. Last time the Starship, the upper half, made it almost to orbit, and it started leaking oxygen, and it blew up.
So it's better than the last one?
Oh,
definitely.
Light years
I think so.
better than the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you'll see the engines fire shortly in the little mini screen down below.
Keep it on the screen. Well, because you might notice that to my left or to your right, but my left because it's opposite.
Stage, yes.
Yeah. We have a new person sitting next to me. It is not Chris Rogers anymore.
And we just began the engine burn.
There we go. We have Andrew Joseph, who is an assistant principal at Westfield High School. But before that, Mr. Joseph, what did you do?
I was a math teacher.
Yeah, he taught math.
Yeah.
And so all the students got their Pi pens, and the parents, they got their Pi pens, and so we have this 3.14. And I don't know if fourth graders are exposed to Pi yet, are you? You don't know what Pi is.
I don't think so. I think it's something that starts in middle school, maybe 7th grade. They'll start to talk about circles.
Can you give us a brief description of what Pi is, other than the food that we eat, because we're getting that after?
Yeah.
About what Pi means, and maybe
Sure.
give them a leg up on what Pi is. See, you're getting a little smarter today here on Superintendent Spotlight.
Well, so pi is the number. It's a mathematical constant, we call it, but it's if you draw a circle, it's the ratio of the distance around the circle to how far across it is.
So does that make sense? You're measuring the circle, essentially, correct?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So if we take those two numbers and we divide them, 3.14 about is how many diameters fit into a circumference.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when would they use this measurement when they get older?
Well, it's ubiquitous. It means it's everywhere.
Right.
Pi. So anything that spins, anything that rotates, anything that has a circle involved. So even the speedometer in your car.
There's a circle.
There's a circle right here.
There's
so we
a
wanted
circle.
to find out how much.
You have a circle on your Munger Hill shirt.
You do.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at that. You don't have a circle in the strawberries,
I know.
but I love strawberries, so that's why I call that out.
Yum.
So it's used really in a lot of careers, wouldn't you think? Construction.
Absolutely. I mean, we just saw a rocket launch.
Yes, there you
so
go.
plays a pivotal role into that. And does everybody see how many numbers there are in pi?
It's
right
a
here?
ton, right? Look at all the numbers on here.
Just keeps going up.
Doesn't it go out to infinity?
Yeah,
Technically?
it keeps going forever. It's an irrational number, meaning that and it never repeats. So all these digits, they'll keep going on forever. Right now, computers have gone up to about 31 trillion digits of pi. This is probably 40 or 45. Even NASA, I know NASA is not responsible for SpaceX, but they only use about 15 digits of pi. So if you were to count. After that decimal point,
that's a pretty cool shot of inside the tank right now.
Sure is. So you're saying they use the first 15?
Well, after that decimal. So
yeah,
you really, I know it goes on forever, but even for space exploration, they really don't need to be that precise. If you were to calculate the distance from, or the area or the volume of the sun, right?
Yeah.
Or the circumference of the sun around the equator, they'd be within about 5 feet if they used 15 digits of.
So it's not exact, it's approximate, really, because you don't have an exact number to multiply by.
Sort of. Yeah. Right. It is one number, but it gets to be pretty trivial if you go beyond that many digits.
Too much.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So our Munger Hill students, we're talking to us. Do you know this is their student council, right?
Oh wow. That's another former job of mine, was student council advisor at the high school.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you guys are the go-to.
So you're the four. There's 4 members.
4.
Okay. And so you were a student council advisor.
That's right. Yeah, I did that my entire teaching.
Do you want to tell them what happens at student council when they get to Westfield High School?
Sure. Yeah. It's changed a little bit over the years, but the student council is the main goal is to make school a lot of fun for everybody.
Isn't that what you do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and we have lots of opportunities. We have plan lots of events, dances and pep rallies and all sorts of community events that you all have a lot to look forward to.
Now, they just started in January, so they're looking for some fresh ideas, right?
Awesome.
We just promoted a few weeks ago Hat Day.
Hat Day.
Oh, wow.
Yep, so we all got on a
So are they going to start being able to decide what the dress-up days are at the school, or have a voice in it?
We're trying to do something at the school that everyone can do, like no matter like how much money they have or like how their financial situation.
No, that's totally that's very fair.
Yep.
That's really forward thinking, right?
It
It's
is,
very
yeah.
forward thinking. I think you have a future student council
I
member
think
here.
we do. I think that runs
Maybe
the thing.
4.
I think
It does?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So they met with the cafeteria and started suggesting lunch. So I wanted to talk about the toppings. We left off on pizza toppings because it's important.
Yeah,
What are the
pizza's
typical?
very important, yeah.
What are the typical pizza toppings that you get right now? I think it's pepperoni and cheese, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much
Yeah.
that's it. And so you added. They wanted bacon, although someone doesn't like bacon. Who doesn't like bacon? Okay, that's okay. Maybe it's an acquired taste.
We also have a breakfast pizza, which is sausage on pizza. Yeah.
Do you like that?
Never tried it.
Oh, yeah.
Me neither.
So what are you're asking for
thought
other
that's
stuff? You said bacon, you said sausage, you said bell peppers. Anything else on the pizza?
Hamburg.
Hamburg?
Mushroom.
Onions.
Onions?
Mushroom.
Look at that.
You guys are making that happen, huh? That's amazing.
We're going to then reach out to the student population, and they're going to vote. So
Great.
we're getting everything together, and the actual student body will vote.
Oh, great.
And we'll come up with some of the top ones and try them.
Amazing. Yeah, you hear from everybody, get their voice, right?
Get their voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about student voice earlier in the conversation. This is a great way to get that to happen, and I think student council at the high school does the same thing. So,
Superintendent, I don't know if you want to see something cool, but that's liquid oxygen down there. It looks like in the pool.
oh, we just lost the
Cool.
signal.
That was liquid oxygen or liquid methane that they had in the camera view.
Which is
there.
very flammable, correct?
Well, yeah, but it's under pressure and it's minus 200 something degrees to make it a liquid.
To
So
make
the
it a-
oxygen you breathe was actually a liquid in that tank.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. There you go. See, I wasn't a
I didn't know they had
science
inside the tank cameras.
guy. No, I didn't either.
Andrew's a big science guy.
Yes.
Not a big bacon guy though.
No, not big on bacon.
Yeah.
Like
big on
science.
Like,
You like science. Okay. Do you like math?
Yes.
Love it.
All right. What's your favorite subject? We're going to go around the table. What's your favorite subject?
Reading or math.
Reading or math? How about you? Math. This is like music to your ears, isn't it?
it is.
Math.
Math? Oh.
Art.
Art. There you go. All right. Mr. Manfredi, what was your favorite subject?
Math.
Math? Mine was history.
Yeah,
I
it might have
became
been
a
history.
I love
Mine was
history
nice.
too.
You love history too? Me too. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take our next break, and when we come back, the culinary students are here to have some pie with us. So our next song was all right, so so the first song was I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. That was 23. Our second song was Bittersweet Symphony by The Verb. That was number 79. This next song is number 51. And
I got to see these guys live at Mohegan Sun.
I did too, actually. This is one of the live concerts I've seen.
Yep.
It is 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies. Take us away, Pete.
Cocked your hand to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get back together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room, I realized it's all my fault but couldn't tell you. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry.
Hold it now and watch a hoodwink. Does it make you stop think? You'll think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the chalet Swiss. I like the sushi cause it's never touch a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Big like Leanne rhymes because I'm all about value. Bert Camper's got the mad hits. You try to match wits, you try to hold me but I bust through. Gonna make a break and take a bake out like a stinking ache and shake out like vanilla. It's the finest of the flavors. Gotta see the chokers and you'll know the vertigo is gonna go, cause it's so dangerous you'll have to sign a waiver. How can I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, well you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of taking off my shirt. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Threw your arms in the air and said you're crazy. 5 days since you tackled me. I still got the rug burns on both my knees. It's been 3 days since the afternoon. You realize it's not my fault, but I'm only too soon. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, and now I'll sit back and wait till you say you're sorry. China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on, with all our maisons. I hope the smoky man's in this one like Harrison Ford. I'm getting frantic, like Sting I'm tantric, like Snickers guaranteed to satisfy. Like Kurosawa, I make mad films. I don't make films, but if I did, they'd have a samurai. Gonna get a set of better clips, gonna find the kind with tiny nubs just so my irons aren't always flying off the backswing. Gonna get into my Sailor Moon, cause the cartoonist got the boom anime babes to make me think the wrong thing. How can I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile, though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of losing my shirt. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Dropped your arms to the sides and said I'm sorry. 5 days since I laughed at you and said you just did just what I thought you were gonna do. 3 days since the living room. We realized we're both to blame, but what could we do? Yesterday, you just smiled at me, cause it'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. It'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. It'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. Bridgemont Stadium, home of the Robbie.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight as you get the real studio view now on television, what we actually look like.
The big view.
Yes, but the green screen is pretty is pretty cool. I'm
Yeah,
glad
it's
you
cool.
didn't wear green. I forgot to tell you not to wear green.
Oh, good
so
thing
thank you.
I was close.
Well, we're close to St. Patrick's Day, so people would typically wear green, but Mr. Daly found out once when he wore a green Celtics shirt.
Just a floating head.
He was a talking head with the Shamrock and Celtics across the top. It was pretty hysterical. One of my favorite videos of all time.
Sure.
Because he was my assistant principal back in the day, so I get to have a little fun
Fashion
with Mr.
faux
Daly.
pas.
Yeah, fashion faux pas. And so we have our culinary students here because while Mr. Joseph gave us the mathematical piece of pie, thank you. We're going to now celebrate the best part of pie that I like is the actual pie, and it has nothing to do with the number, except for we could measure the circumference of these pies, couldn't we?
We absolutely could.
We could. We're probably not going to do that, but we're going to eat them.
We should.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But here's some interesting facts about pie. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. The world's most enormous pie weighed a whopping 22,236 pounds. That's a big pie.
That is a lot.
17 students made this mega-sized meat pie at Stratford-upon-Avon College. The most expensive pie that was ever served at the Fencegate Inn in Lancashire cost $14,260 and contained edible gold leaf, truffles, and Wagyu beef. I don't even know what that is.
Wagyu's a very expensive type.
It's a strain of cattle that's raised in Japan.
Okay.
Specifically, and it's marbled with fat.
Which makes meat better.
Chandler Steakhouse, MGM.
Yeah.
You can get your own cut. Runs about $1.80 to $2.40 for 8 ounces.
For
It
8
lives
ounces.
a very pampered life.
It has a very buttery texture.
Really? That's a lot of money for a steak.
It's all, no, $1.80.
Yeah, no. He's talking $180
I know
for a
that.
steak.
Yeah.
Americans love pies. More than 186 million pies are sold in the United States every year, with apple pies being the most popular, followed by my least favorite, which is pumpkin pie. But Mr. Rogers loves, not you, my co-host, usually loves pumpkin pie. I don't like it. And then the third best-selling pie in the nation is chocolate cream. So there you go. And then Egyptians created pies. I did not know that, but the earliest example of pies as we know them today came from ancient Egypt, and these pies were filled with honey and covered with a crust made of barley, oats, rye, and wheat. Then, of course, our favorite, a slice of humble pie, right? We can, right. This term humble pie comes from a pastry dish consumed by the lower classes during medieval times, and these pie fillings were leftover cuts of meat such as the heart, the kidney, the liver, and the lungs, the leftover pieces of that, right? So today we're going to learn about how we made the pie. So Pete, I don't have the walk-in mic though, right? So we're going to have someone come over and talk. In this one, we're going to bring it up.
We had too many people walking around on the set early. So.
See, I think it might come up a little bit. That's about it. So, yeah, well, do the best you can. There we go. All right, first introduce yourself. You've been on the show a minute or two.
I have.
You won the chili cook-off too. That was,
surprisingly, I did. Yes.
That was a few weeks. We do have a lot of food here.
Wow.
But we celebrated National Chili Day with a cook-off for the kids from culinary. So how did you make this one?
Okay, so this is my first time ever making a cream pie, and first time using a kettle. We used a kettle to make it.
What does that mean for those of us who don't know?
A kettle is kind of like, it's almost like a stock pot on like a steam-generated source.
What he said.
Yeah,
yes.
what this guy said.
Steam generate. Okay, and then so, how do you make it? What do you put in it?
Okay, so you first start out with milk, sugar, salt, and chocolate chips. I thought you would use wait, no, never mind.
No, I agree with you. I wouldn't have thought chocolate chips. I would have thought like the bar chocolate, right?
Okay, this might be a heated debate, but we used bittersweet chocolate, which means there's no sweetness. I don't know why that exists. It should never exist. But it's mostly used for modeling, I guess. But we use that.
Okay.
You melt it and you let it boil. Once it starts boiling, it's obviously keeps mixing it so it doesn't burn.
Right, because the chocolate will burn, won't it?
Yes.
Well, that's one of the benefits with a steam kettle is when you heat food products with steam, think of a double boiler that you would melt chocolate with. A steam kettle, they have anywhere from a 20-quart steam kettle all the way up to 30-gallon steam kettles, which I used to stand over 3 of them for 8 hours a day. Large volumes of food, but less of a chance of burning or scalding anything because the steam is generating the heat, not a direct flame.
You're not on the flame, right? Yeah.
But it does harden on the side, like the milk and the chocolate.
That's more of the product you have in
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Like reheating cream soups, always best in a steam kettle or some
Right.
sort of steam application to prevent burning
From burns.
or breaking the soup, separating the milk from the milk solids from fats and other things. It almost looks like cottage cheese.
Right.
Eating cream
No,
soup.
I've
Boy,
reheated soup that way. It hasn't come out great. I'm learning so much today about how not to burn food. Thank you. No, between rockets, pie, and now this is great.
and so it was unsweetened chocolate. I know you.
Bittersweet.
Yep.
Unsweetened.
It's bittersweet and unsweetened chocolate do have a variation. Bittersweet has a small amount of sugar. Unsweetened has 0. If I gave everybody in here a piece of unsweetened chocolate right now,
We would not like it.
You would spit it out.
Really?
Can you tell us?
It's awful.
How much?
Okay.
The amount of sugar that goes into it balances the lack of sugar. In
So you're putting sugar in the mix when you
Yeah.
mix it to give
So
it
it
its sweetness, but
kinda-
it's not coming from the chocolate.
No.
Okay. All right.
How
But
much?
you're getting the cacao from the chocolate.
Right. Right.
Could you say how many percent like cocoa it is?
I think it's 70.
70%
Yep, with
cocoa.
0 sugar.
So cocoa is not sweet by itself naturally?
No.
No.
It's really bitter.
Oh, we're learning.
Refined
Lots of learning today.
sugar is added to it.
Okay. To make it sweet. All right. Are you ready to serve?
I am.
All right, Pete, let's take another break. We'll do the last song, and you might have to look up another one while they cut it up, and we'll enjoy our pie when we come back. We'll all be eating. Thank you. We'll be back in a few minutes.
it gonna be when you're so I'm not there? How's it gonna be when there's no one there to talk to between you and me? 'Cause I don't care. How's it gonna be? How's it gonna be? Where we used to laugh, there's a shouting match, sharp as a thumbnail scratch, a silence I can't ignore, like the hammock by the doorway we spent time in. Swings empty, I don't see lightning like last fall, when it was always about to hit me. I wonder how's it gonna be when it goes down. How's it gonna be when you're not around? How's it gonna be when you found out there was nothing between you and me? 'Cause I don't care. How's it gonna be? How's it gonna be when you don't know me anymore? And how's it gonna be? Wanna get myself back in again, the soft of oblivion. I wanna taste the soul of your skin, the soft of oblivion. Oblivion. How's it gonna be when you don't know me anymore? How's it gonna be? How's it gonna be? How's it gonna be?
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Think of something.
There we
like-
go. We're back. Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. Pete, they lost the signal, huh? It's all done. Yeah. So we're
It's not all done. They're just in between tracking stations.
Got it. Okay. So as we are sitting here in the studio, you can see us all. We want to thank you guys for this excellent chocolate cream pie. How is it, everybody?
Excellent.
Excellent. There you go. You can't. You know, happy kids. Was it good? It's
Amazing.
good?
Yeah.
All right. Give us the last thing on Pie Day. What do you think? Anything on Pie Day?
Yeah, actually, it's a sort of a uniquely American thing. Because
really?
Yeah, the rest of the world. I was thinking about this. I was wondering
Yep.
how widespread Pi Day celebrations were, but
It's an American thing.
yeah, because today it's 14/3 in England. You
Oh, that's
the
right.
calendar's a little bit different. But they celebrate.
So they
on
go
July
reverse.
22nd.
So 3/14 for us is Pie Day, and I think Americans don't need any excuse to eat a pie based on the amount of pies that we sell.
And the quality that we make it with.
Yes, absolutely.
Today.
Terrific. All right, so Munger Hill. All right, so students, you guys are doing a great job on your student council. Is there anything else you want to add? You can talk about student council. You can say something about Munger Hill. You can say something about Mr. Manfredi here. What would you like to say? Give us one last comment in our last minute that we have we're on the air.
I'm sad that this is our last year at Munger.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. And then next year intermediate. But you know what? The students that were here last week talked about intermediate school, and they really like it. So I think that you have something to look forward to.
It
even
just
though
means
you're
we're
sad.
growing up.
You are growing up, yes. Yeah.
Just wait.
When you get our age, it goes by so much faster, too.
It does.
Anything you want to add for us? Nothing? Okay. How
Oh,
about you?
One thing, the pie's good.
The pie's good. There you go.
It's good.
And we'll miss Mr. Manfredi when he goes to another school next year.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Manfredi's going to the new Westfield River Elementary School.
Oh, wow.
Andrew, anything else you want to add?
Happy Pi Day, everybody.
Yes.
Make sure you celebrate.
I hope that the student council will be able to improve the school
when we leave.
There you go.
A lasting legacy, right?
A lasting legacy. Yeah. All right. Okay, the last song was Third Eye Blind. How's it going to be? What year are we in? I'm going to, parents, any guesses from the parents? 97. 96. 96. 98. Mr. Joseph?
I can't improve upon those guesses.
Well, then join one. Pick one.
97.
Okay, Mr. Rogers.
I said 92.
Okay.
I'm going to go with 97.
It's 98.
Oof. I had it.
Who won?
Mr. Manfredi, what do we tell our kids?
Mrs. Roy.
Always go with your gut, though. That's what we tell them.
Right?
All right.
98.
Culinary, thank you very much. That was a terrific. I haven't taken a bite yet because I can't stop talking, but I will in a second. I want to thank you for, as always, for coming on our show, and I'll see you for lunch today because I am signed up for a table, so I'll be there in a little bit. And then, Mr. Manfredi, thank you for being our guest
Absolutely.
today. We're very excited. I love having our students on the show, so thank you. I hope you all had fun today, and I hope you'll come back, whether you're at Westfield Intermediate School or whether you are at, well, you won't be at Munger Hill anymore because they're all going to be at WIS, so they're all fourth graders.
Yeah.
Okay, and then next week, our guests, so it's already March 21st, and I can't believe that. But next week, Mrs. Cadigan will be here. Lauren Cadigan she's our STE supervisor, and we're going to meet the students who won at the science fair, both at the regional last Friday, at the regional Region 1 competition.
Yeah.
We have a student going to California
Yeah,
who won some. Tegan. So I can't wait to have them on. It's going to be a
It's
great show. Oh, yeah. He won seconds. There you go. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather today. It's going to be 67 for a high, and we'll catch you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's got herself a universe gone quickly. For the call of thunder threatens everyone.
Ocean that we're going to be targeting for splashdown today. It does sound like we are skipping past the on-orbit relight demo this time. Again, we'll confirm all of